Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are going way beyond just talking about cool new AI tools. We're handing you the blueprint to actually architect your company's entire future in this new age of AI and turn what feels like a threat into your single greatest advantage.
Okay, this one idea, it changes pretty much everything. Centuries, business has been built on who has the best information and the smartest experts. AI just flips that on its head, making both of those things abundant. Just think about that for a second. The very foundation of what makes a company competitive is shifting right under our feet. Getting your head around this is step one to not just surviving, but thriving.
So we've laid this out just like an architect's plan. First, we'll look at the challenge, that big AI disruption wave. Then, we'll walk you through how to design what's called a digital twin, draft your AI future, and finally build it all using a four-pillar framework that actually delivers a real return on your investment. All right, first things first, let's get a really clear picture of the challenge we're all facing. This isn't just about some new software. It's about the very ground that every industry is built on, fundamentally shifting. The old rules of competition? Yeah, AI is busy rewriting them as we speak. The whole competitive landscape is being completely redrawn. You've got these tech giants who are using their massive platforms to just crash into new sectors like healthcare and finance. They're armed with so much scale and data, they pose a huge threat to companies that have been at the top of their game for decades.
But here's the thing. This disruption isn't just a threat. It's a massive opportunity. If you're a legacy brand, you have this incredible asset, trust. And in an age of super sensitive data, that is pure gold. At the same time, you've got these nimble challenger brands that can just bypass all the old ways of doing things and seize all the new territory that AI is opening up every single day.
So, on the shaky new ground, how do you build something that's actually going to last? Well, you don't have to start from zero. You start by creating a really bold new vision for your company, one that's built on the foundation you already have. For most established companies, that foundation is some kind of complex system, like an ERP. It's basically the central nervous system of the whole organization, managing data from every single thing you do. This system, no matter how old it is the bedrock that we can build on. And this right here, this is the vision of the future, the enterprise digital twin. I want you to imagine a living, breathing digital model of your entire company. It doesn't just sit there holding data. It lets you play out the future. You can simulate changes, predict outcomes, and optimize your business in a virtual world before you risk a single dollar in the real one. And the best part is, this isn't some crazy all-or-nothing jump. You build it piece by piece. You can start really small with a digital twin of just a single machine on your factory floor. Then you can scale that up to model an entire process. And finally, you build all the way up to that full enterprise digital twin, modeling your whole business, one strategic layer at a time. Okay, so we've got our vision, that digital twin, but how do we actually build it? This is where we run into a really critical choice. Do we just buy a bunch of AI tools, or do we architect a truly intelligent system? The smart way to do it is to operate on two tracks at the same time. On one hand, you absolutely need quick wins. Tools like GitHub Copilot that you can plug into what you're already doing and see value right away. Those are crucial for building momentum. But at the same time, you have to invest in the strategic game changers. Those are the deep integrations that are going to give you those massive, transformative returns over time. Let's be really clear about this. Just throwing a bunch of disconnected AI tools at your problems is the fastest way I know to completely burn through your budget. A pile of hammers doesn't make you a carpenter. A collection of tools is not a strategy. Your intelligent future has to be architected. So what does that blueprint actually look like in the real world? Well, here's a proven four-pillar framework that's really designed to guide you through this complex but totally achievable transformation. This four-pillar framework is basically your journey. We start with a super clear plan in the AI readiness phase. Then we get a quick, tangible win on the board with that first workflow. After that, we bring your people along for the ride in the workshop. And finally, we scale it all for the long term with a partnership. It's a logical path from just assessing the situation to building a lasting advantage. So we start with AI readiness. This is basically a strategic deep dive where we find the gold mine opportunities that are already hidden inside your business. You don't walk away with some vague ideas, you get a concrete master plan with high-impact use cases and a clear 90-day action plan. Next, we build momentum. This pillar is all about getting a quick win on the board by deploying your very first high-return AI agent and doing it fast. By solving a real business problem in under 30 days, you prove the value of AI and you start to build that internal support you're going to need for the bigger transformation. You know, the most brilliant technology in the world is completely useless if your people don't actually adopt it. The third pillar tackles this challenge head on. We use hands-on workshops to turn that natural skepticism into real championship, empowering your team to become confident AI orchestrators and driving adoption from the ground up. And finally, we make sure this isn't just a one-and-done project. This last pillar establishes a long-term partnership to build an ongoing capability. The goal here is to create a living ecosystem of AI agents that just continuously grows, evolves, and compounds its value across your entire organization.
So let's see how this all comes together. How does this four-pillar blueprint build, a finished skyscraper that delivers tangible business outcomes and a real return on your investment?
The true power of an architected system is that it doesn't just optimize one little thing. It delivers benefits that compound across the entire organization. It makes you more agile, more secure, more collaborative, and most importantly, way better at making smart, data-driven decisions. This whole approach delivers measurable value in three really critical areas. First, you start making smarter, faster decisions using predictive analytics. Second, you create a way better customer experience with personalized 24/7 support. And third, you generate undeniable ROI because every single piece of tech is tied directly to a clear business goal. So we'll leave you with this thought. Your company is already becoming an integrated system of humans and AI. That's happening whether you like it or not. The only question is, will it happen by accident or will it happen by design? This transformation demands an architect. It's time to stop experimenting and start building.